In Skyblock, there is so many things to do in this server, and there is a lot of stats you can upgrade, but there is only one stat I care about, and that is speed. Even though that these stats are useful, they are very easy to upgrade. You just have to place some minions, get some armor, and then you have it. But for speed, it is way harder to get, and get a lot of it. So my speed has to be my most used stat, and I already have a decent amount of it. So I need to upgrade it, no matter the cost. Okay, so I did say no matter the cost, but if I look at this recipe, it is a lot. Now, these are the rancher boots, and these are the only way to gain speed consistently. When you gain a farming level, you get 4 speed, it gives already 50 speed, and you can change the speed cap. So this is basically the only way to upgrade these boots and get max speed. Now, if you haven't played Skyblock, you might be curious about this recipe, because polished pumpkins actually cost 32 enchanted pumpkins per slot, meaning 160 enchanted pumpkins, which means 160 for one enchanted pumpkin, meaning that we need thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pumpkins. Now, to even unlock the recipe, you need to get 250,000 pumpkins, which is a lot. But in order to increase my speed, I would need to get these boots. But in order to get these boots, I would need an upgrade to my pumpkin farm. Now, I also got this grappling hook, basically meaning I don't need to go down the water chute. I can basically just fly down. And also put these walls here, so when I'm going super fast, I can just use these walls and make sure I just can't fall off. And this is actually very efficient to mine pumpkins. And as you can see, we have a lot of rows. And if you haven't watched the pumpkin video where I built this farm, you should probably check it out. But I'll just go through this, and yeah, just farming this will give you around like a stack of enchanted pumpkins, which is a decent amount, but nowhere close to the amount you actually need. But if you need that many pumpkins, you need to get some minions. Now, they don't do a lot, but giving almost 32 enchanted pumpkins with 5 of these down every day is pretty nice, especially when pumpkins are super hard to collect. But after weeks of these pumpkin minions being up and farming, I can finally take them out. I had to sacrifice a bunch of iron and minion slots just to place these pumpkin minions down, and finally I can now just not have to use these, get a lapis minion down, diamond minion down. It's gonna be so much better just by not having these pumpkin minions taking up so much space. Now, in this chest, we have enough pumpkins to craft the rancher boots. Now, I did have to craft these polished pumpkins into them because I was buying them from the bazaar. So, we just had these pumpkins. But still, we did mine a ton of pumpkins. Now, each of these 2 rows are 4 polished pumpkins. So that's 4 polished pumpkins, another 4 polished pumpkins, another 4 polished pumpkins, then finally the last remaining amount. But we still have a bit more to go, so let's mine the final amount of pumpkins. Now I'm quickly gonna fall over here, and while I'm mining all of these pumpkins, I want to tell you to subscribe, because this video took a lot longer than expected. So subscribing is completely free and will help me out a ton. Anyways, let's go back to the video. We can quickly craft the final enchanted pumpkins that we need to get the full rancher set. Now, This is a lot of pumpkins, and it's hundreds of thousands of pumpkins that you need just to increase the speed cap. But finally, we have enough to craft the rancher boots. Now just a few polished pumpkins. There we go. We have 11, 12, and 16 polished pumpkins. These are super expensive. They have to be at least a few million coins. But now we're going to use them all on one single crafting recipe. There we go. Just one more. There we go. The rancher boots. And it's crafted. That's about millions of coins on the boots. But you can finally equip them. What? Wait a minute. Wait. Equip? Wait a minute. Does that say farming level 21? Okay, I need to quickly do that real quick. Now, pumpkins give a lot of farming XP, so we're just gonna mine that. And that took way longer than expected, a few days actually, but we got farming level 21. And finally, we can actually use the boots, and equipping them, it doesn't really go that fast, but that's okay because we can change the speed cap to 400, giving ourselves plenty of speed. And though it is not that fast on its own right now, we can actually increase this just by having one more item. Having the rogue sword and the rancher boots, we can go insane speeds. Okay, look at this. This is way faster than the rancher boots and the rogue sword, because you can go so much faster just by using the rogue sword. And now we can just go anywhere. This is going to be my most used stat, so it's important to get as much speed as possible. But we can go even further. Now with this farmer set, we can get 25 speed on the Harvest Haven and the personal island. I just didn't have time to get the speedster set, but we still have a decent amount of speed with this. Using the rogue sword, we can go insane speed. Finally, I can go fast in Skyblock. I've been waiting for this for so long. And finally, I can go warp speeds. But I still have one more idea. Using the grappling hook that I got, we can go insane amounts of speeds. Now, the fun thing is that the grappling hook depends on speed to move further. So if I'm trying to climb a mountain, per se, we can do that especially fast just by using the grappling hook. Now, if we just use the grappling hook here, we can climb this with our speed super fast. There we go, we're on the top. We can go up here and we can go fly. And we're basically as high as we can go. So now we can make our descent. Grappling hook. Oh, that was like, we can travel so far with this grappling hook. But I can finally achieve my true goal. At last, I found the Great Fairy. Now, talking to her, we can find out some very interesting things. So, she's going to talk about this. I actually don't know what she's going to say. Reality shards? Wait, permanent stat boosts. Getting these will give us permanent stat boosts. But luckily for us, we have enough speed to find all of the reality shards in a short amount of time. So we are zooming.